Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to bind SNMP, SSH, TACACS and other processes to loopback interface address for optimal resiliency. As you know, the loopback interface is always up and operational as long as your device has power. It is not linked to a physical interface where it could go down, and basically most of the system designers will prefer to have the loopback address used for inbound management processes. So with no further delay, let's go ahead and do that step by step so you can follow these in a practical way in a real life situation. Okay, so basically here I have a small switch. I will call it a core 1, and I will basically start configuring the host name here. I will call it core switch 1. So once you configure the core switch 1, you need a domain name. The reason is you need to have a domain name, and I will tell you why you need a domain name. Of course, here I'll put just CCS local, but you can use your real domain name of your company. So this way you bind the switch to a domain name. And the other thing is you need to generate an RSA key. And you cannot generate an RSA key without having a domain name. And you cannot enable SSH without having an RSA key enabled. So that's the idea why you need a domain name in your network switches and routers. So let's create the crypto key. $2048. You can even go higher if you want, but that's the modulus key that I will be using here. And once that is done, you can see it has enabled SSH 1.99, which is actually SSH version 2. Now let's start with the steps to create the interface. So interface loopback 0, and I'll give it an IP address of /IP address 100.100. You can give any IPv4 address as your loopback address, but I will just go ahead with 100.100.100 and 255.255.255.255. It is a /32 basically. And now we are ready to bind all our inbound management processes to the loopback. So the first command will be SNMP server trap source loopback 0. Now let's bind the SSH traffic source interface loopback 0, and let's bind TACACS traffic source interface loopback 0. Okay. TACACS source interface loopback 0. Okay, and the last one, usually you will use an IP PIM register. IP PIM is used for QoS, and you can basically register that as well with the loopback 0. And there you go. We have basically created the inbound management interface and all the processes that it will use. and this interface is basically the loopback 0. As you can see, this is basically used as a common practice, as a best practice. If you are monitoring these switches and routers and you are adding them to SolarWinds, you need to see, like, where's the traffic coming from, right? So if you have already decided this, your source IP address is going to be, or your source IP interface is going to be your loopback, this is the way you have to configure it. And I think this completes our video for today. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Once again, this is your host Habib Zakaria, and please like and subscribe for more.